How's it going, everybody? My name's DB,
And Kai.
and we are DB Kai Gaming.
Up for a game
It's
of
here.
SpongeBob?
And I think SpongeBob's happy about it too. That's right. Today, we are ending the game.
Gotta finish it. It's over.
We're gonna take on the final boss, and see the true ending, because we will get the final 2 spatulas during the boss battle. So we will see the true ending, which you can only get by 100%ing, which means off-screen, Kai went through the trouble of getting all the socks.
All the socks, all the spatulas, which I think we already had.
Yes.
Other than collectibles.
So before we go fight the boss,
exchangeables.
but before we go fight the boss battle, because you know it could be really quick, or it could be a little bit longer. So that way, just so we're not doing like a 5-minute video, I thought since we took the time to get the money, we'd go into the movie theater. Which, in order to do so, you have to collect 40,000 shiny objects. Now, here's what you can do if you want to be like, how am I gonna get that money? Well, the easiest way that we found is go to Goo Lagoon.
Do we want to show that real quick?
Yeah, I guess we have enough time.
Alright.
Yeah.
We gotta hold and skip. Sorry,
Let's not just tell you about it. Let's show you. Just fast travel. Yeah.
Up there. Oh, yep. So the best way I found is you go to the cave, the beginning of the cave, so the 5th spatula ends.
Yes.
That's if you're going to fast travel.
Right.
This is right at the end of the sandcastle.
Yeah, so after you have scaled up the sandcastle.
Gotta turn around. You need to be SpongeBob for it.
Yes, and you have to have gotten the cruise bubble.
Cruise bubble.
Which, in order to do so, you need 40 spatulas so that you can get to the last part of Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
And literally, this is the easiest way that we found.
Once the screen loads.
Without having to do the slides. Because you can get a lot of money doing the slides.
Oh, computer.
But this is, I think, a lot easier. So how about you walk them through it, Kai?
So we end up on the bridge here with a bunch of tikis and stuff and blah, blah, blah. You want to go towards the sandcastle and jump right down here. Off to the right. Get rid of this thing because it's annoying.
Yeah,
Hit this checkpoint. You need this checkpoint.
Yes, you do.
So basically, you got 3 areas of thunder tikis. You got the farthest one, which is at the beginning of the sandcastle, which has 1 thunder tiki.
Presents.
The next one is on top of the castle. There's a whole set of them.
Yeah, there's 3 sets.
And then the other one is whatever is on this bridge. And then you get all the money and jump off.
Fish sticks.
Yep.
And that's why you need the checkpoint.
So, if you do this method, you should be able to get upwards, like 900 plus shiny objects. But in a minute, you should be able to get 1,800 because it'll take about it takes a little bit to reload. So make sure you get the checkpoint so that way when you die, jump off, you get reloaded before this and the tikis have been reset.
Right.
And we did this, and it didn't take us that long, actually.
Yeah.
It took us, I don't know, how long do you think it took us? Like 30 minutes, maybe?
For just collecting?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Because we were at 15 to begin with.
Yeah.
I'd say 15 minutes max.
Yeah. So, honestly, it's not that long of a process. You just have to remember to hit those tikis and to get the checkpoint and jump off the bridge. And so, with money in hand, we return to the movie theater.
Movie night.
It's too bad you can't have alcohol at a movie theater. That'll make the movies a lot more fun.
There are some.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I don't... Here's the thing. I forget what they're called, but they serve food in the theater. And they got tables and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to one of those.
Same. I've been to reclining ones. I remember.
Do you remember the drive-ins?
Yeah, we still go to one every once in a while.
They still have them?
There's one on...
Oh, that's right, because Connie always mentioned bringing her KJ to them.
Yeah, there's one north of us on... for those of you that don't know, we're in
For those of
Florida.
you who were born after 2005,
You don't know.
there used to be this thing
Hello,
called
sir,
the
may I
drive-in.
help you?
One
Let's
movie
go ahead and
ticket,
get
my
in.
good man.
He does not want to be here. the
Box
guy.
office guy, pay 40,000 shiny objects. Ugh.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. I don't want to be
We're
here.
broke.
What magical things will we find in the movie theater?
But yeah, so we went. What am I looking at? This is just pictures, but I'm looking
Yep.
at what these character designs.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is additional content that you can get if you pay 40,000 shiny objects. You can get, character designs and whatnot, just show you behind the scenes kind of stuff when it comes to the making of the game.
I like how it says, I like this one. Green could be cool. White. Okay. Tubelet concept. Sketches. That one's got a bikini. Okay.
It's just, I always like games that include
A little behind the scenes.
art galleries or museums. That way you can look at the concept art.
Right.
I like this one because they actually kind of have like little notes. Like, I think this color would be good. Okay, but we're going to go with this color because of this. So I kind of like that too. But I always like this because it really gives you an idea of what went into making the game.
So the slick concept sketches looks like there was originally going to have something. I think when you kill it, it would explode out of its ears.
Huh, that's interesting.
Sleep time concept.
I freaking hate sleep time.
There's just different ways of it. I think walking or something, or moving or something. I don't know. Plankton,
Oh, wow, really?
which I'm guessing is the last boss,
Spoiler alert.
because it's a robot.
How-
Whoops.
How dare you spoil them? We gotta get out of here. We're gonna spoil too much about this
Right.
last boss battle.
There's a Squidward bot.
Okay, so Squidward Robot was not in the original game that was released on the GameCube and the PS2. It was actually cut out of the game, so it was meant to be in the original version of Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I don't know why, but it got cut out. So they added a two-player, collaborative version, so where two people can play the game at one time, and they put in the robot Squidward battle for that version.
Huh.
So just a little bit of background on Robot Squidward, because this is the only time he's actually been in the game.
That's my phone. Sand Mountain is more snow now. Looks more like snow.
I wish they would have just made Sand Mountain a snow level instead of a slide level.
Yeah, that's what that looks like. Kind
'Cause
of.
that
Just-
would have been so much more fun. Would have been
see.
a lot better.
Robo SpongeBob.
Spoiler alert. That's a final boss.
Does he have the muscle arms?
That is... Just keep going.
The hellhole that is kelp forest.
Fuck you, Kelp Force. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two levels that we say a big old... Like, if you were to rate every level from, like, A to F, so A, B, C, D, F, Kelp Forest would unfortunately get an F only because of the slide.
That slide was.
If that slide wasn't in there, it would have been, like, a B level,
And what you guys don't realize, is when we had to collect all the stocks, I had to go back onto that slide.
You did so much better, though.
It was like the 5th try.
You did so much better.
The first one was... So, I didn't fall off of it. What happened was, when you jump onto the leaf to get to the next platform, it would drop me short. And so I hit the side of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
And so, it actually kind of gives us like a little good time to like, you know, delve in a little bit into in some of the episodes, since we're just looking at concept stuff.
Right.
That episode, the reason it was just the slide and nothing else is because that episode literally took an hour and 10 minutes.
No, it took an hour 20 minutes.
Okay.
Here's the thing. So that was episode 22, I believe.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And I'm going to say this. I counted how many times
We died.
I fell
Yeah.
or whatever. And it was over 90.
Yeah.
And I think I had to cut 40 minutes off the
Yeah,
video.
because it's I think it's like 44 minutes.
Yeah, I had to cut a big portion of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going through, listening to it, trying to keep any of the interesting
Man, some of
shit.
when I was listening back to the episode, the one thing that stood out to me and what makes me laugh every time is I go off because I have to go to the bathroom, and you're like, I'm not doing a counter, and the first thing I say when I sit down is, we should do a count, and automatically like, well, I'm not doing a fucking counter.
Not doing a fucking counter.
So that's funny.
And I had to keep that in. I was like, yeah, I gotta keep that.
So that was funny because like when I'm listening back, I didn't know, like literally the first thing I said was the last thing he just said no to.
Yeah, and that's not cut. That's how it was.
Yeah.
You went off, and I'm like, he left me alone with this shit? Come on.
Yeah, so like when people like are watching that episode, just pay attention because there's gonna be a part where he says he left me, and then you'll hear him say, "I'm not doing a counter.
I'm not
gonna." And literally, what's the first thing I say when I come back from being gone, having not heard him say that in real life, is, so maybe we should do a count, and automatically you can hear him say it without missing a beat, "I'm not doing a fucking counter."
There's no fucking counter.
It's just funny.
Here's the thing about the counter is I'm still getting used to the software we're using.
Yeah.
And basically I have to go in, mark a point in the thing, and overlay a text. And just go, bing! Of
Right.
course, we don't have any sound effects for the effects yet.
Right.
I would have to take the mic home and go, or whatever sound effects, you know? It's just like, or we buy them, but I'm like, I'm too cheap for that.
Is there concept art for the Murmulair?
There was a little bit. We're on the ARFbot.
Because that's
Concept.
another level that would probably get a big fat F
Well,
from Caden.
the Murmulair wasn't bad.
No, it's just episode 12. I think it's episode 12.
And I will complain about that still with SpongeBob. And it's the one complaint I have. If you're having a jumping concept that's on a small platform, you need to have some help by having some visual aid with a shadow for those of us that can see.
Which I think is funny is literally the thing that you struggled on the most is one thing that when I was reviewing games for Nintendo Life was visual cue. And I think it's funny that someone that can see and has very good vision, the one thing you say is, yeah, I needed a fucking visual cue for jumping. Which is kind of a big deal in a platforming game.
Yeah. And so it was just like, it was that thing. Sorry, I'm getting away. Prawn Zapper, or whatever that is, down
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
That thing, those things weren't the biggest pain in that 12
Yeah.
on that jumping thing, but they were still annoying enough because it's an extra thing.
Well, you had that, and then you had the freaking DDR panels that would hurt
Yeah.
you. And then on top of that, you had the fucking tartars, whose freaking tartar sauce is like lava if you step on it.
Oh, there's concept art for the bus stop.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
So the first one, so the original one is a bus with a shell light
Uh-huh.
over it. And it looks like they kept the shell light. It was just the sign
Okay.
that they were trying to figure out. Yeah.
You know, we could stay here all day and just make this episode. Actually, we could
I'm thinking about it.
make
It's just-
this episode.
This is our
It's
pre-final
on the
episode.
yeah. You know what? Sorry guys, but no, this isn't the final episode because we're gonna finish the game off in the next episode. Because this episode, actually, I think it's a good idea to just actually kind of
Take a step back.
yeah, just look because this was our very first Let's Play, and
I mean, here's
think
the thing.
I think overall it was very good.
Here's the thing. You can tell it's our very first
Yeah.
because when we first started uploading on YouTube, we had what 3 times a week doing this.
We had 3 episodes a week
Yeah. So
because we wanted to kind of like get in the algorithm.
it's not really just the algorithm. It is we want to be on a set schedule, so that, and we might switch it to 2 times a week depending on videos or something, or we might be able to do one video of one thing a week, not a week, one of 3.
Right.
So you know how we do
Like we could do
SpongeBob
we
and
could do
Ratchet and Clank
3
right now.
games in an episode a
Yeah,
day
because
on the
we're
3 days.
recording twice a week.
Yeah, I mean, and for those that are curious about like how we record, I know some people it's like, hey, I'm recording the video now. Hopefully, I'll get it up by this evening. We honestly record our stuff weeks in advance
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We started.
because we do still have day jobs.
Yes. Oh.
Caden, he is a photographer, and then I have just started recently as a freelance journalist. So a lot of my time when we're not recording is me researching and writing.
Right.
While you, of course, you're going out to different
Dealerships.
car dealerships and you're recording videos and photographing.
I don't do too many videos anymore. I actually that was St. Pete. Mm-hmm. They already kind of know where we are.
So, that's the reason why we record a lot in advance is so in case we have days where it's like, Kai's like, dude, I've had the worst day at work today. I don't even want to do anything but
If
just...
it was yesterday, oh yeah, no.
And, so like on those days where like there was a Monday where I hurt my back and just could not sit in a chair. Well, we got at least 2 weeks of footage that we can use. So, it's actually kind of been a good thing of recording in advance
Right.
for those off chances where it's like, yeah, we're not doing today because of this.
Yeah, and especially with holidays and stuff, we don't have to sit down during a holiday and go.
Which is great, yeah,
because I'm actually
yeah.
planning on going to Tennessee for Thanksgiving.
yeah. Of course, I'll be back up in Crestview most likely by that time.
Right. And most of my November, I think, I'm still waiting on the time off approval, but I think every weekend, except for the first weekend, I'm busy. Yeah. Because the second weekend, I'm planning on flying to Ohio to see a friend, and then coming back on the Monday or something. The weekend after that, I got a dog sit here.
Yeah. Family's going away to Disney.
Yeah. And then the week after that is the Thanksgiving. We're not actually celebrating Thanksgiving. We're going to go travel because we don't get to travel that often.
Yeah. Especially recently with what's been happening in
Right.
the world.
So it's just kind of like those for November.
Yeah.
We're still going to have.
There will still be content, yes.
There's still content.
For people that are worried, it's like, what are the videos going to be like? Before
Still shit.
before we go away, there will be plenty of content to get us into the new year.
Yeah. And if for some reason you're seeing 2 videos a week instead of 3,
It's to keep
it's
to have content.
yeah, and also we're doing we're still kind of doing 2 videos of SpongeBob a week and 1 of Ratchet and Clank.
Which, of course, that's going to change.
That's going to change. We already announced that we're doing Tails.
Yes.
And since Tails is a new game, we like to do that older retro game and also another one of the new games.
Right.
Of course, we're not going to be playing Call of Duty or, things like that, because we don't enjoy that.
One, I can't do it at all.
You can't do it.
I just don't have the reflexes or the depth perception.
Right. And I'm not a huge PvP player. I like my RPGs and
Same. Preach.
PvEs.
Preach.
But headset. So we might go to that twice a week thing, just because we got an old video and a new video, and then eventually we might do reactions or something. We still need it.
Yeah,
We're still thinking about
that'd
it.
be great if we started doing reactions to like funny like game glitches. Or, I mean, we are a gaming channel, but we also do love nerd culture in general.
Yeah, and
so we love anime and manga. And, I just think there's also some other stuff that we could do.
right.
But staying on the topic of the
Hi,
Let's
buddy.
Play, I will say what I've also been really proud for both of us is
T-pose.
that our setup has gotten so much better
Oh my gosh.
from when we first started. Like,
Hi,
we
buddy.
finally got things figured out on like where we want the audio display to be, our headsets, the mics, the quality of the sound. Like,
We're getting
so much
used
has
to it.
gotten better because we've gotten so much more used to it. Like, that's something I can definitely say we've grown a lot as this first Let's Play has
I will
gone on.
still say we're still playing around with the audio for the game audio.
Mm-hmm.
Just because every game is different.
Yes.
One game, like if we're playing Ratchet and Clank, I have to lower the game audio because it's loud.
Yes.
SpongeBob, I actually have to raise it up a bit.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's not a locked setting.
But it has gotten down almost to kind of like a science.
Right.
Which before it was not. Not at all.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The biggest issue we had, here's the shrimp,
Yeah.
whatever his name is, Prawn.
Yeah.
For a little bit, we were having a, what was it? Our audio was separate from the game audio.
Right.
We were talking like a minute early, just because of the capture cards and all that stuff. We finally got that going, but so what we are hearing in our ears is not what we're seeing or hearing from the TV.
Right.
The TV is still a second ahead.
Yeah, when we first started, and you can definitely hear it
Patrick.
in the older episodes, is you'll hear the whistle from the bus twice. So you'll hear that twice because you'll hear it like 30 seconds or so in the game before you hear it.
In the actual audio.
Yeah, so that's something that, like, because we didn't have basically the TV down. Because before
We did
couldn't
not have headsets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we didn't have headsets, and sorry, we had one headset.
We did.
We didn't have a splicer for two headsets because our interface only has one jack. So problem solving. We
Yeah.
finally got two headsets, so we can turn the TV off,
Right.
audio wise, and all the sound's going to our headset, so you guys aren't getting a double loop.
Yeah. It's just overall, I've been happy with what we have put together in this first Let's Play. I feel that, from what we were doing earlier, as I smacked the mic,
Yeah.
to what we're doing now, you can definitely hear
I think we're
and see the evolution as
Right.
the Let's Play starts from episode 1 to ends, and I believe it'll be episode 29 will be the final episode.
yeah.
So,
If we're doing this one as separate, this will be 28. The next one will be 29.
so overall, I've enjoyed our time with SpongeBob. It has been very frustrating
Oh my god.
for Kai at times, but overall, it's been very fun, and it is.
We can walk around the theater.
Yes, we can.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
And it will be somewhat of a bittersweet pill to swallow as we are ending the game.
These are comedy fish.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm exploring the detail they put into here. But yeah, no.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a museum because you can see some stuff.
Right. It's not really anything. It's just kind of theater. I'm gonna head back out, and we can keep talking.
Yeah.
Um.
But that's the movie theater. It's cool. Again, I love games that put that type of stuff in there.
Yeah. I don't think they had that.
You know,
in the
Ratchet and
original.
Clank has the Insomniac Museum,
Right.
so you can see the behind the scenes stuff for that. You know, so I always enjoy because it is a nod from the game developers for us players that put in the extra time to get to where we can actually view it.
Right.
And trust us, we did not have to 100% this game, but we did.
I feel like.
And you
it's
know
the
what?
the
You
best
get
we
the
can
most
do.
out of your games when you 100% them.
Yeah. Here's the thing. A lot of games like to have hidden endings.
They do. And the only way you can get the true ending is by collecting all 100 spatulas.
Now, here's the thing. If I'm spending 20, 30 minutes trying to get one thing, I'm calling it.
But as we make our way to the Chum Bucket, because that's where we got to go to fight the final boss, I want to say thank you all so very much for watching the series. I know it's been all over the place, you know, but I really do appreciate you guys that I've taken the time every week to watch the new episodes. It's just been awesome to see the views that we've been able to get on this series, because, you know, I didn't think we would get any views, so
Right.
it's just amazing to see every week, you know, or every 2 weeks, we continue to get views on the videos, so just thank you guys so much for the warm reception. It's been a pretty good first Let's Play.
It's time to get over, though.
But next time, it's time for it all to come to an end. So we hope to see you next time when we finish SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Thanks for just listening to us rattle on and just,
Thanks for joining us with the ride.
yeah, just thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.